Welcome back. I want to give a little bit more information on the systems that we're going to be learning to work with, both internally and externally. Now, we're all familiar with the organs. Lungs breathe, heart pumps blood, liver metabolizes and detoxifies, kidneys have to do with fluid and so forth, intestines, stomach, and so forth. But when we study the effects and the qualities of the function of these organs from the various Asian systems, what we find is that there's a whole category of phenomena that goes with each organ. Like the kidneys have to do with a connection to our ancestors. The heart has to do with connecting us spiritually to our consciousness into our physical body. Around the heart, there's a pericardium, which is a sac in Western medicine, but it's also an energetic protector when we look at the energetic and the emotional body. And if we've had lots of trauma, the pericardium becomes very disconnects us actually from the heart because it's trying to protect the heart. And that's where we get syndromes like Uzi in the post office. And so the liver has to do with the expression or containment of feelings. When things get contained, we have anger and frustration that backs up the liver and the gallbladder and so forth. All of our organs have emotional patterns and responses. Like, for instance, we talk about the gallbladder. The gallbladder is a yang organ. We have solid organs and hollow organs in Chinese medicine. The hollow organs are bags and tubes, and they usually have impure fluid like food and feces, urine, and so forth. The gallbladder is actually a hollow organ with a pure fluid. It's this beautiful turquoise before it gets toxic. And so the gallbladder has to do with being the most balanced, well, one of the two most balanced organ. And so the body uses the gallbladder as a touchstone for truth and reality and balance. So when we are used to seeing imbalance as truth in our life, what happens? The gallbladder, responding to our consciousness, recalibrates itself, adding stones and gravel to the level of impurity that we're used to seeing as truth. So, of course, when our level of untruth becomes an awareness that things have to change, the gallbladder becomes inflamed, and then it's trying to get rid of gravel, and it's a process. Western medicine says, oh, that's an inflamed organ, we'll just cut it out. Now, fortunately, we have redundant systems, and actually, even after a couple of years, the little tube that goes from the liver into the common bile duct, where the gallbladder used to be, invaginates and have a little kind of secondary gallbladder. That's how much the body likes it. So there's so much wisdom in how the body really functions when we study these other systems. And we'll be covering all that in depth. But that's just a little window. Now, we also have an electrical system in the body called meridians. You can take pictures of it. You can measure it electrically. The Germans have been doing this since the 50s very accurately, diagnosing just by the electrical system called meridians. You've probably seen the acupuncture charts. And we also have a polarity in the body that runs up the back and runs up the front, just like a north and south pole magnets. And we'll do a whole segment on this coming up. Look forward to that. But I've discovered that all of our bonding deficits are carried initially in the first moments of conception as the egg and sperm meet, which shifts the patterns of this polarity based on the parental ability to bond or lack of it, the presence energetically, physically, and emotionally, that imprints in these polarities and creates a whole foundation for emotional and physical pathology. All this can be changed with awareness and the breath. We also have subtle bodies. We have energetic bodies. We have chakras. We won't be dealing with that too much until the end. There's some great people that have written about that. But this is some of what's coming up. So look forward to that, and I look forward to sharing it with you. Thank you.